when we talk about energy requirements, most of the energy requirements are influenced by activity level, BMR, that is basic metabolic rate, pubertal growth and development. Because males have an greater increases in height, weight, and lean body mass, and higher BMI, they definitely have a higher caloric need than females. Level of physical activity tends to decline during adolescence, resulting in reduced energy requirements. So this, you have to understand that the appetite also increases markedly within this age group, and challenges to manage optimal growth without excessive weight gain is very important. So here, energy balance is very important. Again, this is according to the National Nutrition Survey, NNS, UNICEF, and the National Family Health Survey, National Nutrition Monitoring Bureau. What you see on the screen are the servings. So you will see that 45 to 60% of the energy should come from carbohydrates. It is recommended that at least 130 grams of carbs are provided per meal. Ensure that you are therefore giving good amount of whole cereal, grains, millets, and ensure that a teenager also, when we talk about teenage girls and teenage boys, the recommendations are slightly different, and it also depends upon the physical activity. So how much carbohydrates are needed is about 4 servings if the teenage girl is moderately active, and about 3 servings if she's inactive. And for teenage boys is about 5 to 7 servings per day for moderately active, and about 4 to 5 servings per day if the child or the adolescent is inactive. So one has to understand, and it cannot be like a one diet fits all approach. You have to understand the requirements and then plan accordingly. If the child is or the adolescent is overweight and obese, you might need to cut down on calories. So we will see about that too. And here I would say that today's children need variety. So variations and rotations need to be taken into account. Ensure not to miss their favorite food and miss the varieties in their meal plan. Um, uh, there is a very, very strong evidence that eating plenty of fiber is associated with a lower risk of chronic diseases later in life. So ensure that good amount of fiber is provided. For boys, it's about 30 grams per day. For girls, it's about 25 to 25 grams per day. And this, there is data to show that about 4 out of 5 Indian teens are not getting enough dietary fiber. And mostly the reasons is because children tend to eat highly processed foods. They may not eat a fruit but have fruit juice. They may not eat good amount of vegetables. They might be very picky eaters. So very good dietary habits have to be inculcated at this time, because this is a time that they would have studied nutrition. Now nutrition is a part of the Indian science syllabus. They do understand nutrition in terms of macro micronutrients. So ensure that you are sitting with them, having a dialogue, and then in accordance to that, keeping their preferences, their likes, dislikes, planning a meal plan for them. So ensure that they are aware about fiber-rich foods, which is present in cereals, whole cereal grains, pulses, fruits, vegetables, and that should be considered to meet the recommended dietary allowance. Give them the options of picking and choosing. Ensure that they increase their horizons. Most of the kids love experimenting, and sometimes we have to also educate parents in a way that sometimes kids don't want to eat the traditionally cooked style of a sabzi, but they don't mind experimenting with something, and the mothers should be open to that experimentation. Ultimately, you want the child to eat good, amount of vegetables and salads. So take their preferences, likes into account while doing that. Now, when we are talking about proteins, it should about 12 to 14% of energy should come from proteins, and definitely proteins are needed for growth and repair of muscles and tissues and production of enzymes and hormones. So for boys, it's about 0.85 grams per kg of weight, and for girls, it's about 0.8 to 0.89 grams per kg of weight. So it comes to roughly about 55 to 52 to 55 grams, for a 60 kg boy, and about 46 to 50 grams per day for a 55 kg girl. Protein supplementation may not be really required. Sometimes a meal might be completely devoid of protein. So if you make good choices of protein, and try to ensure that the adolescent understands how to manage protein, I think you have won it. Many times these adolescents are very, very savvy of what is available in the market, and they always want to try supplements. So you have to also educate them when is supplementation needed. The minute these days boys and girls hit the gym, they want to start with protein shakes, and that may not be really required. So here you have to understand that you can definitely supplement your protein naturally in each meal, and sometimes an Indian vegetarian diet might be insufficient in the protein intake. So ensure that the protein is nicely distributed in all the major meals. So when we talk about fats, sugars, salt, there is a no way we could do without fat. The human body does not produce the essential fatty acids, right? So we definitely need some source of fat in our body. But the intake data as per the NNMB in Indian teens suggests that 32% of energy comes from dietary fat, and essential fatty acids, about 11% energy coming from saturated fat. So here, try to avoid fatty meats, processed meats, and other food items which are high in fat. So understand and supplement the fat, encourage healthy fats in terms of nuts and seeds, avocado. These would be better, and that what type of hidden fats are available. Sometimes the perception of fat is different. There are certain products which contain hidden fat. So that also has to be taken into account. When we're talking about sugar, free sugar is nothing but which is available through natural sources. And so in the label, there will be a column of added sugar. So ensure that you are explaining the nutritional labels. Kids are very smart and they can understand nutritional labels. So sit with them and make them understand the nutritional labels. Again, salt. Most of the preservatives have salt. Coming to sugar again, there are a lot of marketing gimmicks these days, making people think that whatever they are eating is healthy. And a whole lot of marketing gimmicks make the sugar also look very attractive. They will put brown sugar or sugar, agave nectar or honey, but these do contain the same amount of calorie as sugar. So you understand corn syrup or fructose corn, or these terms are nothing but sugar. So you have to understand, and these will be a part of the manufacturing process. So ensure that you are making the kids aware of that. Having said that, they should always think of what is available and what are the healthy choices. Most of them eat in cafeterias, college canteens, or school canteens at times, and there definitely will be healthy choices available for them. And that is something we as parents also should inculcate, and as counselors help the adolescent to understand the requirements so that he can have some smart choices done.